Hello, lovelies, and welcome to day 8 of the Authortube Advent Calendar prompts for Vlogmas. Today, the prompt is cider or wassail, which is like a spiced holiday drink. I don't have either of those in any of my books. However, in Aetheria Rising, book number 5 of the Relic of Time War series, I do have a scene where everyone is having spiced tea. So I will start in the scene. Lilith huffed as she followed Lessa, almost dragging Rima behind them, while they walked to where Shads, Colby, and Vole were enjoying the feast. Shads, you don't plan on skating tonight, do you? Lessa asked sweetly. He snorted. No, he answered in his usual detached way. Well, we are, Lessa grinned. Remember, you owe me. His rusty red eyes narrowed as he looked up at her through the black spiky fringe of his bangs. Vole, Colby, and Lilith watched the exchange curiously. Lilith wondered how her quiet sister had earned a favor from stone-cold Shads. Shads answered coolly, Yes, I remember. He already knew what she was about to ask. Fine, but I need somewhere quieter than here. No one knew he had learned all he could about the care of children after the day he held Asha. He scanned the tent, noticing there were cozy seating areas near the back with comfortable chairs and couches around small warming stoves. There. He nodded, rising. Shads took the infant Asha from Lessa, carefully holding her like he had held infants for his whole life. Gold! Thanks, Shads. Rima, stay with Shads, Lessa said as she grabbed Lilith's hands and they bolted away, leaving their younger cousin behind. Winter sports were lost by the 12 millennia in the semi-tropical city of Atlantia, but Daisy and Caliph were encouraging a return to them. The mid-winter festival was the only time the twins, Lessa and Lilith, got along, if it could be considered getting along considering their normal state of sibling war. Both loved to ice skate after Daisy showed them how, so that was the only time they got along. Come, Rima, you can lay down while we wait for them to return, Shads suggested as he walked toward the back. Vole stared after his friend, then followed. As Shad settled into a comfortable chair, baby Asha curled her fingers around his black ponytail and fell asleep. Rima tiredly followed and flopped on a couch. I can't believe you are babysitting, Vole announced in shock. Shad shrugged, as if it were not unusual, while they gathered in the cozy alcove. My best friend, Stone Cold Shads, is secretly a big softy. I've always suspected it, Colby chuckled to himself. Hey, Rima, would you like a mulled tea? Colby asked the tired child, who looked up at him with pale blue eyes the same color as her cousin Lessa's. She nodded sleepily. Vole, Shads. Yes, thank you, Shads answered, but Vole shook his head. Nah, I need something that won't make me sleepy. I have duty in a macro hour. I think I'll go skate for a while. Then he headed after the twins. Colby grinned after him, then retrieved the cups of mulled spiced tea. When he returned, he had one for each of them. Shads nodded his thanks, careful not to hold the hot liquid too close to the baby. Does Bull really think he has a chance with Lilith the Red, since he left his sealed one on Terra-Earth? Colby asked with a smirk. I don't think his charm will work against her swords, but it will be fun to watch. Perhaps. Shads inclined his head. Colby's ability to find light in every situation was one of the reasons that the cousins were also best friends. Rima looked up from blowing on her cup of spiced tea. Lilith says he's a paramour and too pretty for a boy. I don't know what that means. Does he pretend to be a girl? She asked innocently. Only his face, Shads responded in his deep monotone. Colby couldn't contain his laughter. Bull's blonde hair, cheekbones, and silver eyes put him at the top of the most eligible list. Vol the pretty girl. That's gold. Panting, Colby wiped his tears of mirth as Shads relaxed into one of his rare smiles. I will never forget this evening if I live 10,000 years, and neither shall he. Shad's tone was scheming, and Colby knew Vol would be teased mercilessly for the rest of their lives about being the pretty one. Thank you for listening to today's excerpt for day 8 of Vlogmas and the Authortube Advent Calendar hosted by the Dawdling Writer. Be blessed. Happy Christmas, Happy Yule, Happy Hanukkah, and we'll see you next time.